or anything like that. And those women are especially more likely to, not give a fuck about the marriage. Like they just want to have a good person, like an actual successful guy. I've seen you've been like cringing the whole time. So what's up? Yeah, go ahead. Say how you feel. You're probably like the only person here that's never seen my show before, so you're
No,
definitely gonna be surprised all night.
you were talking about how some women do it just for the dates.
Yeah, some. Yeah, not all.
I think those are women who are not in tune with themselves. When they know what they want, then they go for it. Whereas those women who aren't really know what they want, they're kind of just wasting somebody else's time and trying to get whatever. Whereas a woman who knows what they want, they won't go on a lot of dates because they already know what's up. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Well, I would say no woman knows what she wants. Like honestly, not one. Like y'all think you know what you want, but you don't know what you want. And the second y'all get what you say, what you think you want, you realize that's not what you really wanted. Y'all actually need a guy to tell you what you need. Women actually really do need a man that's actually a leader and really a man to tell you what you need. Because if y'all chase what you want all the time, you just end up with a bunch of simps and losers and beta cucks and shit. Like you end up with guys that you actually never really wanted.
Yeah.
And so like, but that happens all the time. Like I agree with you. And like, but I would say like those girls, it's not that they're like chasing what or they don't know what they want. Those girls are honestly, they're just traumatized and they're damaged. Like if you sleep around, if you do certain things, you're gonna be so damaged, and then going through life like thinking that this is what you want and all this stuff, but in reality, like you're just damaged and you're just traumatized and you're just trying to, go through the motions to figure out like you're trying to learn life, but what you don't understand is like all those things that you do is just making it harder for you to connect with somebody in the future. And we've all known this since we were fucking babies. Like a child has to have at least 4 or 5 people around them for them to grow up successfully. Like it requires a tribe. Even whenever a child comes out of the womb, it instantly requires a connection with a person, with a human. And when we turn 20 and 30 and stuff, that shit isn't gone, guys. We still require connections with codependency is not a bad thing. This is something for thousands of years that we needed to be able to survive in nature. And we sit here and we hurt and we talk shit on people who are codependent or want relationships and stuff like that, or like to have connections with others. And it's like, no, this is naturally what we want for a good reason. That's what makes us better people. That's what makes it to where you're able to give more. And all this like separation, it's all trauma. Y'all want to know why the world is more separated and individual more now than ever? We're more traumatized more now than ever. That's all it is. There's more trauma. There's pornography everywhere. So all the guys are screwed up by that, and then we have social media to give all this attention and validation to where women's heads are screwed up, and they think they have all these options or all these things, and they're not real. It's just a fallacy. It's just fake.
I think. Can I go?
Yeah. Go for it.
I think I should say be more specific when I mean by know what they want, as like, for instance, if let's say the man is a business person, he's gonna need an assistant, someone who's organizing, because he's not gonna have time for all that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
No, that's right.
that's what I mean by knowing what they want. Not exactly about trauma, but like
They don't know what the
where,
man wants, was what you were saying. They don't know what the men want, or are you saying that they don't know what they personally want, the girls?
both, because someone could lack a certain trait, whereas a woman can pick up.
Yeah.
You know, a
No,
man can.
yeah, it's complimentary. Like,
Yeah.
and this is my biggest argument on the show is that you just got to be complimentary. Like,
Mhm.
I would argue there's a lot of girls that sleep with guys and the guys like them, but they only fuck them, and then they're like, "Why isn't he doing anything? Like, why isn't he like being just with me?" It's like you only had sex with him. There's 4 other girls that did the same thing. Like, what makes you special? Like, you have to be complimentary to his life, assistant or something, and like, but how often it goes back to like the want thing. Like, y'all don't know what you want. You want a guy. You need a guy that to tell you what you need. So like when y'all find a guy and you're like, oh, what does he want? I'll do whatever he wants, and then he's gonna tell me what I need now. Like, oh, he needs or he wants an assistant. He wants help with this. He wants help with his laundry. He wants help with his food or whatever it is. Okay, he wants those things. Now he's gonna help me with my needs, because when you feed him, when you do those things, he's like, okay, she's a good woman. I'm gonna help her with what she really needs. She really needs a home. She really needs kids. She really needs these things, and he's gonna help you with the things that you really need. Honestly, I don't think y'all know what you need sometimes. You need a good man to tell you what you need.
Mm, yes, I
I think
agree. Also, it just depends, like, because some women are just grow up around women, other women grow up around men. So whereas like
Yeah.
A
Well, I mean,
woman.
it's a bad thing. Like if you grow up, I mean, it's bad for
Yeah.
even guys too. Like if I grew up in a household with an only
Alone.
mother, it's got to
Mhm.
make it to where I accept all types of horrible things in relationships because I think I put women on a pedestal. I think that they're always perfect and stuff. You know those guys that like sit there and simp for their girl and just they always end up getting cheated on and stuff, and it's because their whole life they put women on their pedestal because they were raised by a single mother.
That can
And
go one of two ways.
yeah.
That can be that's one extreme, and then there's the men who grow up to literally hate women because they don't really like their mom.
Mm.
Oh yeah, well if
That
she's
like
a bad mom. It just
yeah.
depends how bad she is. But like if she was a good mom, he's gonna pedestalize her and he'll pedestalize women for the rest of their life. But if she's horrible, you're right.
Yeah.
If she's a single mother, oh yeah, he'll become a misogynist
Yeah.
for sure. Just like how also women become misandrous if they never have a father in their life. They sit there, they've never had a good man that was like told them things or like ever was an authority figure over them. And the second they get in a relationship for the first time and the man wants to be an authority, they're like, what the fuck? Like I've never seen this before.
Yeah, that's a lot of what it is. It's just more so unfamiliar,
Yeah,
not so much that we're not open to it. Because
yeah.
I didn't have a father figure,
Yeah.
and I do find it sometimes a little hard to kind of like accept that. Really, it's more so like that fatherly thing that some guys do when it's like it's all about the delivery, in my opinion. And when you say that we need men to tell us what we need, I think it's more so as I've gotten older, I've realized it's more so we need men to show us what we need because a man will tell you anything.
Yeah. You're
One
right.
hundred percent.
1,000% show. Yeah.
When you actually are shown by a man what you need, that shit is imprinted in your brain from that point on. Whether you work out with that man or not, this is something now that is I know is a need in a relationship, and that's I think why it is necessary to date more than once. With and you can take me on 10 dates, absolutely, before I give you anything because it doesn't have to be a $500 dinner every time. It's just this is our period of getting to know one another for me to know whether you're even worth me really surrendering myself to you, because that's as a woman, that's what we're doing. And like you said, it's a complimentary kind of thing. We do have to lay down to be in a relationship with a man and allow him to take the reins. And I do have to date you for a considerable amount of time before I know, because people can say, like I said, they say anything, they show you anything off top.
Oh yeah. Guys lie.
So yeah, you do need to be vetted into this vagina. Absolutely.
I gotta ask though, really quick. I gotta ask, you don't have to be. I mean, this is a live show, so I know it's gonna be hard to be completely honest about some of these questions. But like, if you can, like, has every guy had to wait? Like, have you made every guy that you've had sex with do that same thing?
Uh, no, but it's never been like a first day meeting kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe after a couple of times of meeting, but
Like,
it's never been. I've never done like a one night stand with
okay.
somebody I just met or
Yeah, me
something.
neither.
Yeah, well, so like the argument would be, or like for what some guys would feel. I'm just giving you the guy's point of view here, so don't shoot the messenger. And like
I
I can
already know what you're gonna
also,
say.
yeah, well, it's also like Dr. David Buss talks about this in his book, the Evolution of Desire, where like he does a lot of studies on like what women are attracted to, like short term mating, long term mating, and all those type of things. And like the thing is, you have more burning, genuine desire sometimes for the guy that you let hit earlier because whether he looked good, the vibe was there, whatever it was, like he was special. So you were willing to give up that thing that you were taught your whole life to protect because there's something special about this guy. I don't know if it's the vibe, his look, whatever it is about him, you're willing to drop him for this guy because he's special. So the guys that wait though, whenever you it's like say like you've done that 5-10 times, okay, where like the short thing, the guys that you make wait later on, you're setting yourself up for failure because those guys you're never going to care about like how you cared about like the other. You're never going to have that same burning genuine desire. The thing is, y'all break rules for or alphas and you make rules for betas. If a guy's an alpha, you break rules all day long for them. If he's a beta though, you're like, you're going to wait 10 dates, you're going to do, nope, you don't get this. So it's like, and the thing is, like, that's great, don't get me wrong, I know women's long-term strategy is best when you date that way. It is absolutely best. You will find the perfect simp to take care of you and your kids for the 20 years. The problem is though, and this is the huge problem in dating, is especially if women have slept around, like say they get to a 5 to 10 body count or something like that, and you've experienced certain things, you're say 5 years in the marriage, you're like, I'm bored of this fucking